All right, let's do the digestive tract and internal organs here. For the exam, all of the lobes of the liver right here, anywhere I tag, this is going to be called the liver. We're just going to go with liver, okay? This greenish bag. Now, some of you, this might be enclosed, so you may have to lift the liver up to see it, but this is a great example. This little bag right here, and it's kind of greenish black, that's the gallbladder. You can see it moving around right there. If I lift that up, there's a big J hooking organ right here, that's the stomach. If I lift that one up, there'll be a little brainy looking organ right here. This is the pancreas. And then this organ coming right down the side here, this is the spleen. Okay? Before I go into the intestinal tract, just make sure you remember, that's a pretty easy one. This flap of muscle right here, this is the diaphragm, and it separates the thoracic from the abdominal cavities. Now, the big issue here is this intestinal tract. You can see all this convoluted tube here. So what's what? There's actually three parts to the intestinal tract. The first part is the duodenum, second part is the duodenum, third part is the ileum. So what's what? All right, so I'm going to lift the liver up so we can see the stomach J-hooking right here. And then there's a straight piece of the small intestine about 4 to 6 inches long, right off the stomach. So there's the stomach ends right where I'm pointing. Small intestine starts, okay, right there. This is the duodenum. That's where most of the digestion occurs, in that straight section right there. And then it's going to spin, the small intestine is going to spin into all of this, whatever this is. If I tag it anywhere in the tube, we're going to call this the duodenum and ileum, because you can't tell where one ends and one begins, okay? Duodenum and ileum, okay? Now, there is one place where you can tell. So if I roll this over, I picked this cat on purpose. Oh, wait, no, right here. All right? Notice right here how wide that is and how skinny this is. This is small intestine. This is large intestine. This is the colon. Okay? If I take my thumb and if I peel right there, you can see that there's a piece of the colon that hangs off, and then the small intestine comes right into and dumps its contents into the colon or the large intestine. This last section right here, this is the ileum. And I know this is the ileum because where it hits the colon, this is called the Ileocecal Junction. Ileo comes from this. This is the ileum, the third part of the small intestine. And this right here, this bag, this is called the cecum. You can see it's hanging off below the entrance of the small intestine. In humans, this would be called the appendix right here. So this is the ileum. Man, that is getting in the way. This is the ileum. This is the cecum. Where they come together is the ileocecal junction right there. So the small intestine dumping into the colon. Now the colon, the food actually goes back up first, then it goes across the cat, and then it comes all the way straight back down to the pelvis. So there's three parts of the colon. This is the ascending colon, going up, transcending, going across, and descending, coming down. Now the moment the descending colon passes the margin of the pelvis, and I'm pushing on it right here, right in front of this bladder, pushing on it right there, everywhere in the pelvis, the descending colon is then called the rectum, and then it terminates at the anus, which I can't show without moving the cat. And that is the major digestive organs inside your cat.